Happy Tuesday morning, mga higala. Welcome to another episode of OpenLine News Media Forum here on MyTV Cebu, where all of our lines are open to discuss the latest and most relevant issues in business, economics, politics, governance, tourism, entertainment, among many others. My name is 𝗟𝗶𝗲, and of course with me is my partner, Mr. 𝗟𝗶ℎ𝗲. Good morning, Sir Eric.
Thank you very much, partner, and it's always good to see you on a Tuesday morning. It's always a good Tuesday when OpenLine is on. And magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat.
And it's also great to, of course, be reunited every week with our friends from the media. Daghan kaayong salamat for joining us. And of course, our online viewers who are watching this through MyTV Cebu's Facebook page and YouTube channel. Maayong adlaw kaninyong tanan. And gusto sa namang pasalamatan ang atuang mga partners diri sa OpenLine News Media Forum for making this gathering possible every Tuesday. Thank you so much to our venue sponsor this morning, Waterfront Cebu City Hotel and Casino. And of course, OpenLine News Media Forum is brought to you by IPI, International Pharmaceuticals Incorporated, International Marketing Group, 𝗙𝗲𝗄𝗎. We also have the 𝗙𝗲𝗄𝗎 Optical and the Manila Bankers Live. So daghan kaayong salamat to our partners. And of course, Sir Eric, very interesting kaayo ang ato ang topic karong buntaga. Kaysa di pa ta magpasko, grabe na ang preparasyon sa usa sa mga pinakadako nga kasaulugan, grandest festival in the country, ang ato ang Sinulog 2024. So go ahead and introduce our panelists this morning.
Pero una sa consulte ko partner as a preface kung caveat kung preface ko an OpenLine is open to all questions and open to all colors. So it is our pleasure to be able to introduce to you. I'll start with the gentleman to my right. We have ilado na siya si Odchigue as a Chief of Tourism Operations Officer sa Cebu City, plus ato sang kuan kailangan ipahibalo President of the Tourism Officers Association, and he is currently also occupying a position as Vice President for Visayas Tourism Officers Association. So, and then to my extreme left, of course, walay kakapoy usas mga matawag natong pundasyon sa Sinulog, no, is no less than Elmer, better known as Jojo Labella, Executive Director, Sinulog Foundation Incorporated. Welcome to all of you.
Yes, welcome, gentlemen, and thank you so much for saying yes to our invitation to be our speakers this morning. Sa di pa nato sugdan na atong diskusyon, Sir Eric, no, nakabante ka paspos kayang panahon, no, quarter 3 na ta of 2024. Actually, nanade quarter 3 results, ang operational and financial processes ato ang partner Globe Telecom sa atong sayran kung kamusta ni ang ilahang Q3. Let's watch this.
Curbs. Picture na rin. Picture ba? Picture. Agad dito na. Mir, picture na siya may play ko, Mir.
Putla lang, Will.
Ay, sintro. Picture.
That's breaking news. Pero karaan niya, so I want to see how it is.
Thank you very much. Way to go, Globe Telecom. Sus, paspasa gilay sa tuig, no? Humana ang Q3, Pasko na. Humana ni Sinulog na sad. So, ang dakong panghutana, asa magyod ipahigayon ang Sinulog 2024, Sir Jo. Ug unsa na atong mga preparations so far for one of the grandest festivals in the country?
Okay, Sinulog 2024 has this murag ihag yung pangahan ba nga. This is, since this will be incorporate ang mother of all festivals, at the same time kini doon na tayo festivals, no? Anha gihapon sa SRP, which of course working it out now, very much improved kaysa atong venue last year, no? Unya kuha ni siya ginganla ni siya karon Sinulog sa Cebu Philippines 2024. Okay, of course we're trying to top all the festivals in the country. Unya kining anha ni sa SRP. However, better facilities, ang mga bleachers along the roof, doon na niya i-work out ang roofing kay tungod sa heat, and of course, ang layout, it's already finished. Niya karon lahi na ang route kay before, diha man to sa main avenue bitaw sa SRP. Unya mo carousel man siya, but the same kuan sa opposite lane lang siya mo tuyok. Karon adto na ni sa katong road near the pond. So taas-taas na ni siyang tuyukan, and it will be about 3.7 kilometers. Last year, more or less, ang sa last year, natos mga 4, pero ang kuan lang adto is magsugat magud sila sa main avenue. No? Mubalik, murag magtuyok lang to siya sa main avenue nga opposite lane lang. Yeah, dili makaito kuan, but that was what was feasible also sa SRP at that time. Karon gi-develop na to ang road, sige gitrabaho katong dito sa pond sa mutuyok na ni siya. Mao 3.7 kilometers. It's actually capable of about comfortable sa mga 30 contingents sa street parade.
Sir Johnny, mangyun na to ikalimod no nga SRP 2023 was a bit controversial because this was the very first time that we changed venue for the many years that we've had its original route. Unsa lang ang ato ang mga, let's say, lessons learned from last year's festival na gusto natong i-apply in 2024 aron mas hapsay o mas successful pag yun ang Sinulog 2024?
Well, first of all, ang usas problema are the bleachers mo ginay pamutana ron, which of course ang atong execom through the president of SFI, si Engineer 𝗙𝗲𝗄𝗆, is really working it out. Some more bleachers niya katong amphitheater type is working it out na nga ma-kuan yun to, ma-fulfilled, no, kay due to the very inclement weather last year, mo itong kalisod yung taong apasa mga trabaho ulon, plus katong sa ground problem. However, bisag sige ito ang rains, well, we really believe on divine intervention nga during the Sinulog day, the weather was very fair, no? Very fair weather. Yeah, after ito, balik kasi itong grabe nga rains, no? Kay, lagi na, we attribute that to Inunta, or Santo Niño's intervention ba? Oo. Yeah, karon kining bleachers, which all Engineer 𝗙𝗲𝗄𝗆 and Sir 𝗡𝗲𝗄𝗆 is really working it out. We have a better plan, especially on the bleachers. Katong sa kwan itself facing the stage, no? It will be the amphitheater type design, but roofing was also very much considered because of the climate change and global warming.
Sir Jo, maingon ba nato nga nahilot na ang mga misunderstandings between LGU leaders to ensure that Sinulog 2024 will really be united? Nga wala na Sinulog diri sa Cebu City, wala si Sinulog sa probinsya.
Well, as of now, okay man. In fact, some production people sa Sinulog na to dinhi, and even si Engineer Dakay also helped sa katong dito sa Karkar nga Pasigarbo, no, lately. And all I know is si Governor is in very good with the mayor, and the mayor is really welcome, embracing it with an open arms and good relations for the two leaders. No?
Clarify na ko imong gi-mention na roofing, Sir Jo, para lang na as idea or picture ang atong mga friends from the media. So unsa man ang atong atupan for Sinulog 2024?
Ang mga bleachers, of course, even along the route, working it out na natay maabutang roofing because of the weather nga. Kay lisod naman yun ng init, grabe. So of course, doing, really trying it very hard nga ma-accomplish ko siya. Okay, this is the only way nga lisod man yun kayo ma-expose ka karon sa heat of the sun. But of course, di man nato makuantanan, and of course, other ways nga maka-alleviate sa heat, sige sa naroon og study.
Katong mga assets from Sinulog 2023, Sir Jo, magamit rin po to siya, no?
Yes,
For Sinulog 2024. What to na ingon nga nausik? Di mo man sa to ang argument nga nung dili gamiton ang Cebu Sports Center, na naanong gina siya lihadaan.
The mayor is a visionary mayor. Unya, doon na tayo Singapore like Cebu City. Unya, kining iyang vision for especially with the SRP as a showcase and a show window sa atong development sa Singapore like Cebu City, dako man sa gyud kay tabang. And in fact, another good thing akong ang amo na kuan ani is to decongest the city. Diba? Di nakalihok ang mga transportation kay grabe man tong ana sa the usual route. Ma-decongested unya, ma-lessen ang kuan niya, ma-widen ang area sa atong festivities.
Director Jojo, kaya ako na isang director kay kuha ni siya kaning veteran director po ni sa television. Di lang kay Sinulog mo yung gidala. Direct Jojo, kuhan kaning you were mentioning about Mayor Mike Ramos as a visionary. Ano ba siya yung mga bagong mga kuhan, instructions para sa upcoming Sinulog celebration, and then ako lang sa Dipambit. Si Governor 𝗙𝗲𝗄𝗀 ba nasa additional na gusto
mga other LGUs contingent, especially sa province of Cebu. Last year wala naman to naka-join, and they're open nga maka-join karon. More or less ang sa Sinulog 2024 open naman ta karon, although the registration starts man of all the registrations sa Sinulog activities, floats and everything karon man December 1, no? And regarding sa Mayor Mike, kining naman tayo kining iyahang global nga 10 city, and naasad tayo sa dirigihapon sa SRP. Then ang kining Sinulog 2024 yun actually is dili raman ni siya sa kuan. Dili ra ni siya, it's January, it was already planned out. Doon na every activities sa kuan. Last June, yan natay kato barangayan nga nag-perform sa more or less dance drama sa Heroes. Nya dutay Heroes Month. Nya daghanin dunay kite festival, dunay mga kaning daghaning activities na gyud ang Sinulog every month. It's not only it will become a year-long activity, though we just started it this year para ni sa fast approaching kuan Sinulog 2024.
On the D-Day or D-Month yun mismo sa Sinulog, kaning puno kyud sa mga activities ang January, or pre-programming and then post-programming yun sa kuan sa Sinulog.
Yeah, during the mag-launching man ni siya on sa kuan Teacher Lucy unya tuloy-tuloy na ni hantod na sa 21, no, which is the D-Day sa Grand Parade, than sa showdown na sa SRP. So every day na mga activities, i-consolidate nato ang schedule sa religious, the fluvial. So every day, kung naay kaning lahi ang cultural, lahi po ang sa religious. So dunay kaning procession, wala tay cultural activities ani. Although sa Puente kay gabi na sad natin mga nightly shows hasta pud sa Plaza Independencia kay doon naman tayo mga trade fair in most areas.
Direct Jojo, mga tanag yun yung mga tao kay daghang man kaila si Mayor Mike ug si Governor Gwensan ug kisay atong probable kuan guest of honor nga may mag-ribbon cutting ani or kisa pa yung mga laing tao nga mga expected nga mutambok para sa atong Sinulog.
Yeah, we are really inviting especially kining mga national leaders. So ato gining gi-invite sila tanan niya. The president is also being invited and also the vice president. And of course, going in fact sa tourism gani Sir Neil daghan kang i-invite po dani.
Katong mga contingencies from abroad kuan.
Yeah, we are actually Korea has been ang Korea nagsige naman enjoy na to every year. Expected they will also come, although the demise of former executive director 𝗙𝗲𝗄𝗺 murag last year kay si Ricky mo usama gito sa good contact sa Korea. In fact, he's been a judge dito attending sa ilang dance festival. But however, we are trying to maintaining the contact with the Korean. Then we're also inviting all other nationalities since this is a festival of festivals.
You mentioned 30 contingencies. Kuan kaning sigurado na ning 30 or are you looking forward to more?
Akong target actually ang comfortable sa atong route karon. But very recently ang nag-signify of intention to join is we already have about 15. As of this point in time, lain-lain isa kinining sa dinhi sa Philippines out of town and also sa province.
Kuan kaning ubay-ubay sa ni dire kay kuan more nagitawag kay excited tanan kabay naning Sinulog gusto sila makabalo sa mga plano nato. Kani bang ang mga prices na dungagan ba, usog ba or
well, we already planned for the budget and of course as Islam sa since do na tayo nakong problema during the 2-year katong pandemic, no? So dili usa siguro ta mag-increase although we're working it out nga for more budget towards more activities is coming Sinulog 2024.
Then mutana gyud ang mga tao direct kaning mga portalets, banyo, basic. And then emergencies, let's say, na inawala nga bata, parking, muna yung mga
ang atong CDRRMO through the leadership of Mr. Harold Kuntin, appeal naman sa atong layout plans sa mga command centers, no? Na adihang emergencies, and in fact MCWD is also we're meeting and strategizing how we could put up water around the area, especially in the route. Regarding portalets, in fact, Sinulog Foundation is also working it out together with SRP sa kining mga atong toilets nga it will be more decent, no? Katong container nga naagin siya kuan water supply, unya container siya nga murag gyapon siya og kanang the conventional toilet lang, no, pila ka cubicles na pero dili container ni siya nga dili na tong paretong portalets nga binagsa nga dili ni siya decent ba. Mo ni gi-work out nato for more containers.
Mas daghang para babae director kaysa mga lalaki.
I think that we should consider also kay bisag sa asa ka nga lugar maglinya gining mga babae sa ladies restroom, no, kaysa male.
Alright, thank you so much, Sir Jo, and we will leave the rest of the questions to our friends from the media or here. Ari sa tani Sir Neil. Good morning, Sir Neil. Thank you so much for joining us. Kamusta Tourism Office, Sir Neil? Unsa man sad ang inyong mga preparations for Sinulog 2024 considering na we are expanding our imaging to Sinulog sa Cebu, Philippines noon. Una ba mo yung mga laing mga pakulo for next year nga Sinulog in itself is already a household name ba? Murag, dili na gid kay siya angay bitaw nga murag i-market because ilado na gid kaayo. But what's new to offer to our tourists, mga balikbayans?
Yeah, good morning, and thank you, Anino, and to Sir Eric for having us here. First of all, we'd like to highlight na sakto tong ingon ni Anino that Sinulog is considerably synonymous to Cebu City, and the celebrations has grown to as big as an extent na we no longer have to furtherly market it because, as you said, it's marketable on its own. Although we have to come up with new innovations to highlight the advances of our technology, most especially to reach out to the rest of the world. We all know that Sinulog has been in the forefront, not only in the country but also globally. But we want to furtherly expand that of our network. We have a number of sister cities. The city of Cebu has a number of sister cities across the globe that we also want to tap and reach out to with. Kini nga mga sister cities are very active groups of Filipino communities that we are partnering with, and then apil na sa ato ang giplano nga ato sa i-reach out sila aron makaparticipate sila maybe as guests for this upcoming 2024 celebrations, and hopefully on the following and succeeding years they can come and take part as a contingent, maybe guest performer. It started, if you would see the progression, for example, the sister city nato from Jojo, Korea. For the longest time, we've invited delegates from the city government of Jojo. And then such a time that they'll be sending contingents now with the help of their Korean association here in Cebu. Sama sa niya na atong buhaton na niya, sa atong lain-lain na sister cities in Japan, in the United States of America, in Europe, and all others. So, kining mga ginagmay nga mga innovations in terms of broadcasting our celebrations, not only the main showdown, but also the different activities nato na part sa Sinulog. The cultural aspect being highlighted is one of the priorities of the tourism industry. And ang ato agidiring participation mainly for Sinulog is to make sure that the holistic experience of the Cebuanos when they come to Cebu is being met with. In tourism, there are 7 touch points, all coming from the arrival up to the departure and so forth. So, ang mga accommodations, ato we make sure na the rates are reasonable. We also try to make sure that the venues are conducive because it's not only the celebrations that are hosted by the city government. We have to understand that Sinulog is also parang a celebration of all others, like from the corporate sector, private sector, different non-government organizations. Invite friends and guests to Cebu in occasion to the celebration of Sinulog. So we have to make sure that our venues have the maximum care, they follow the maximum carrying capacities of their respective venues. The venue rates are reasonable, and they have the necessary amenities that are required for on this very demanding and very ever-changing dynamic world now, like internet connectivity. The same way, we also prepare our tourist destinations. Okay? Not only after the celebrations, they also would want to visit our tourist destinations. Not only in the Heritage District, but also in the Highlands. Ato na gipaningkamutan na ato mga tour packages o ato mga tourist sites can handle the influx of guests coming in, both local and foreign. In the same manner, we're also connecting with our counterparts in the countryside, labi na sa province of Cebu and the whole Central Visayas. Kaya doon na tayo mga turista who stay here not only for the Sinulog celebrations, but also would want to visit our neighboring provinces of Bohol, Negros, Siquijor, and so forth. So, ato nang ipanikamutan na sila andam po in a way namudawat sa ato ang mga guests, either So mayon ta nga overspill sa ato ang mga guests or guests nato nga move on into another type of adventure or another type of touristic experience in the countryside. So ato nang ipangihusgan sa kay naman po tayo mga, like for example, Sinulog sa 𝗙𝗲𝗄𝗃 is also after the Sinulog celebration. So some of our guests might want to witness that as well and visit the destinations on the northern part of Cebu. And some of them might want to go as far as Tabtayan Island, to 𝗙𝗲𝗄𝗺 and Badian in the south. Kay ni-reopen na recently ang atong canyoneering activities sa Badian. So these are things that parang ingon pa ma-package na to sa pag-visit sa ato ang mga turista diri sa atong pinaranggan Cebu.
How about sa SRP area, Sir Neil? How is the Cebu City Tourism Office improving the vibrance of SRP area? Actually, karon nga there are more reasons nga ibalhin yun kay ongoing ang construction sa Osmeña Boulevard para sa BRT. So kamusta na ang economic and tourism community sa SRP area?
Insofar as the Tourism Commission and Office is concerned, the coastal area of Cebu is part of the 4 main priorities of tourism in Cebu City. As you say, anything under the sun is considered tourism. Everything in relation to catering to all those things I mentioned is tourism. Now, with Cebu City, in the auspices of Attorney 𝗙𝗲𝗄𝗃, which is the chairman of the Tourism Commission, together with the members of the Cebu City Tourism Commission, we have prioritized 4 key areas for tourism. One is the heritage, which is undeniably our asset. Second is coastal. Third is the highlands. Fourth is the urban. So coastal, very fortunate man ta nga doon na tayo pipila ka mga barangay na coastal. So gawas sa atong mga paninguha, uban sa ato ang si Senro o sa atong mga lain-laing environmental agencies and offices, both local and national, atong ipangandaman ang atong kalikupan sa nga dilihugaw ang ato ang mga kasapaan o ang atong kadagatan sa coastal area sa Cebu. Nga mga programs sa atong gibuhat for the past few months since January of the last Sinulog celebrations until our September na very recent na itong activity for tourism, ang ato ang tourism month. Daghan tag mga activities, in fact, na-launch na ito this year atong coastal sports tourism. Usan is pag-agni sa mga tao, pagpaibaw sa mga tao, maduna tayo luna o lugar o mga aktibidad na pwedeng pagbuhaton diya sa coastal area. Nga dili lang siya pang Sinulog lang. We are bringing to the rest of our fellow Cebuanos and to the rest of our fellow Filipinos and the rest of the world as well, na daghan ang pwede ninyo mabisita diya sa South Road. In fact, during the pandemic, we were the ones who initiated the food yard diya sa may kanang mall diya ng Curso. Until such many progress na siya, and it's a big space now where people come to dine and enjoy the culinary aspect or the gastronomic adventures that Cebu has to offer. So, gawas ana atong mga malls like SM, the Cita de Man, the Philip Best properties there are ready to receive our guests as well. Mga facilities mainly like restrooms, kining adequate na mga restaurants to cater for our guests. The same way parking spaces po para nila and other recreational activities na pwede nilang ma-enjoy in the side of the celebration of the showdown or kining ato ang cultural festivities for the Sinulog celebrations.
Sige, sir, last from me. Si Sir John, nag-mention siya kaganiha nga January 12, sir, ang kick-off for Sinulog launching, which will be done synonymously sa ang New Year's Eve countdown, Sir Neil, This will be on December 31. So, unsa may mahitabuan in December 31, Sir Neil?
Yeah, so the committee is yet to meet yet for the final details of the activity. But then again, sama ni sa atong nasugdan kani agi at kaning tuiga, we are going to do a ball drop and crown rise in SRP gihapon. Same location where we had this year, but we are trying our best to scale up the piece, to bring in more national bands that will be performing, bigger bands that will be performing, and then siguro longer duration of the celebration. what we mag-expect yun atong 2023 na to nga countdown nga daghan-daghan ang nitambong, no? In fact, daghan mga foreign tourists ang nitambong. Gani, doon na sa tayo mga locals food. So eventually, this will open the eyes to our fellow Cebuanos. Hindi mo na to na culture yun, kaya atong batasan good, basta New Year na sa palay, kuyog sa pamilya, doon na sa mga ritual or yun pa nga tradition, naging practice food no, sa Filipino household. But then again, we're trying to open up more facets for our culture to adapt to the growing demand. No? In fact, atong mga foreign tourists, amo na ibuan to, nagpuyog yun sa downtown Cebu or dito sa may Radisson area, no? And then they just came to the site to celebrate with us. Gani, ato sa gika partner po karon sama sa atong partners for the last year, 𝗙𝗲𝗄𝗃, and the same way si New Star Integrated Resort Complex. Itong ipanimuhaan sad nga the celebrations that will be highlighting this year will not be in competition to the ones that they have in their respective properties. Kaya kabaw man ta nga Philly Hotel, which is one of the hotels in the integrated complex, is open and fully operational. In the same manner, a number of rooms or floors rather in New Star will be open by that time. And then so the casino is all open, so daghan na ang expect ng mga guests.
For morning launch, Trinil, of Sinulog 2024,
Yes.
ang dungan sa New Year's countdown,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes. But for formally, there is a specific launching yun for that. That is
Activities, yeah.
activities.
But this one, ang inunta sa Sinulog season, Sir Neil.
Yes, yes. But again, we would like to furtherly emphasize yun, Ms. Andy, no, nga sa direction ni Mayor Mike Rama o sa Sinulog Foundation. The celebrations of the festivities is whole year round. Dagkan yung kita ipamuhat na mga activities. Very recently, ang pinaka-latest na ito nga partnership with the Tourism Office and Commission together with the Sinulog Foundation is the Diwali Festival of Lights in partnership with our Indian community here in Cebu. Yeah, kuyog na to ana ang 𝗙𝗲𝗄𝗃 School of Medicine. So daghan kaayo tag mga activities gibuhat ana, but formally kana nga Sinulog season gyud magsugod gina sa 31, then ang formal activities nato magsugod sa opening salvo nato sa Pizza Lucy hangtod na. And then that's not the Sinulog does not end after the awarding ceremony or repeat performance. It goes up to as far as March, kaya dapat tayo mga short film festivals, no? Video. So, yeah, after mag-March na sad, mag-prepare na sad na po for the next year. So, whole round yun na siya nato nga mga kalihukan.
Uy, salamat kayo sa explanation. Kuan kaning sa kuan ba? Nakalendaryo ba? Is it already part of the calendar, especially prior or after kanang mga pre-Sinulog or post-Sinulog na activities sa mga municipalities na it's still part of the Sinulog kuan kanibang fever?
Yeah, it is. In fact, ato lang yung focus diri sad pod, no? Kay we are opening up manggod the Sinulog festivities to different LGUs, no? Neighboring LGUs. In fact, ang mga members nato sa League of Cities of the Philippines, kay atong mayor is the president man of the League of Cities. Therefore, we've invited also different LGUs, no, that are part of the LCP. Ang kining mga activities na itong gibuhat whole year round, ato sa i-focus sa atong mga barangay sa 80 ka barangay sa Tacloban sa Cebu. So the participants or entries that are coming from the different activities, ang atong ikuha o gitapya ang atong mga kaning atong mga barangay units, no. But the rest of the other activities on a grander scale, i-open nato na sa atong mga kasigpit na mga kalusuran o kadakbayan sa Cebu.
Do we have also some kind of like a balikbayan program for the Sinulog, for the Cebuanos to come over or the Filipinos that are abroad to join?
Yes, there is. It's been a long-standing program headed by the Balik Cebu program. No? This is headed by former CCPC Chair Madam 𝗡𝗲𝗄𝗃 and the rest of the committee. In fact, we are convening very soon again to discuss the details. This program is open to all balikbayans that are coming back to Cebu, not only for in time of the Sinulog sa Cebu celebrations, this is also a catch of having them come back, you know. Okay, some of them come as early as December for, okay, diba? So Filipinos are very known to be the longest holiday celebrating nation or race, no, in the entire world. So, apil na, no? Uban nila sad maabot during the Sinulog season po. And then they extend to as far as the Charter Day celebrations of the city on February. But kining atong Balik Cebu has been wa gini maundang except for the pandemic. In fact, during the pandemic, we came up with a virtual version of Balik Cebu. But then again, lahi naman yun ang presence of having to come here to enjoy the festivities themselves, immerse themselves in the culture again, to remind them of the richness of the Filipinos and one culture. At the same time, enjoy po the delectable we have. Again, of course, not very often that you have lechon wherever you are around the world. No? Lahi na yun ang lechon sa Cebu. Ingon man naman pagtao na buwan pa. So kini nga mga kalihukan atong ipanganang, this is in partnership with Ayala Center Cebu and the rest of our partners, the 𝗡𝗲𝗄𝗃, the mega-wide group of the airport are helping us to facilitate this. In fact, we are booking several, our balikbayans are booking several flights na sila na yun. No, it's sila jud as in one whole plane ha, puro balikbayan, no. So this is to a period of I think January 16 onwards na to ni siya until atong activity sa Sinulog celebration.
Actually, kining Balik Cebu sa airport pala,
Yeah.
ay nanay
Arrival na.
then the mayor himself, in fact, meet sa mga balikbayans who will come to attend the celebration for January at festive. At Sinulog kiosk is also different sa mga malls, magpunta tag kiosk even ganito sa flower garden sa Upland, magbutang sa tag Sinulog kiosk, a sort of maybe we will put up some merchandise para maingon ta for that one to patronize kining mga interested sa Sinulog festivities. I mean, being a part of the Sinulog activities.
After the COVID, namatay mo travel vengeance, no? So, kuan kaning expected number of tourists that will be coming to Cebu, considering that I think Cebu is becoming the Santo Niño center for capital for Santo Niño devotion, plus napagay mga Sinulog festivities. So, all this combined, do we have some kind of an XXX figure as to how many tourists and balikbayans are arriving?
The Department of Tourism has laid down a tourist arrivals and tourist receipts for 2024. But just to give you a overview of how we have progressed after sa gingon pa nimo general na revenge travel. September of this year, 2023, we have already reached beyond our expected target. In fact, we have a growth rate of 28% of tourists from our previous year, which is 2022. So pinabot na ang October, November, December, which is kadaghanan last quarter ginamabot. Kana pa lang ang data. Before we have a target of 2022, if I'm not mistaken, about 1.9 million. This time, as of September of this year, 2 million kapina ang naabot. So this is both local and foreign. Mas daghan ang local, karon daghan sad ang growth in terms of the foreign guests coming in. More coming from the East Asian countries, European countries, across the globe. And then mas daghan tagbalikbayans nga nanguli karon atong mga OFWs po, and then mga residents nato na dito na ginabuhi sa gawas, dual citizens nato na nadiri sa nabalik po, and then more gyud local. Ako sa gyud ang number sa local nato. Tungod sa kita man sa nang pinakaunang LGU, both province and city nga ni open o ni more lessen ang restrictions for the COVID protocols.
In terms of progress and benefits for the local economy, I think you have figures on this also. No? Previously and for current, how big of an amount, even Mayor Mike Rama came up with several billions of pesos. No? So, do we have some kind of an idea also in terms of the income chain and kinsa may mabulahan ani sa mga sektor sa atong ekonomiya?
Well, first and foremost, when we reopened our doors after the pandemic, majority sa atong growth rate in terms of employment are really coming from the tourism industry. Naku kaayo ang percentage nga nakuha nato. In fact, doon na tayo mga kining establishments nga although dili siya fully operational karon at 100% capacity, but they never closed during the pandemic. Naiuban nga mga negosyo nga nisira gyud, but sa atong tourism industry, although we are greatly affected by itong mga tour operators, kung wala man lagi tours mabuhat, but even our accommodation establishments were able to avail with the need or demand during the pandemic period. No? Some of our hotels converted into temporary quarantine facilities, and by that, they were not parang pushed to kanang ingon pa layover ay kanang to cancel employment sa ilang mga staff. No? In fact, this time na ni-open na pagbalik on a full swing, mas naghanta o demand for hotel staff, waiters, servers, and ano. So naku yun. And then in terms of investment also, if you observe around the city, naghantag mga projects. No? In fact, one of the testaments to the resiliency of business during the pandemic, even during the pandemic, is the 𝗙𝗲𝗄𝗃 Integrated Resort. Nga, bisa pagka-pandemic, continue po ng construction, and now it is fully operational. It is reaping the rewards of its efforts and sacrifices during the pandemic. And namugod tayo, before the pandemic, we were faced with a 20,000 room capacity shortage. Now this is slowly being met by the different hotels that are opening up, ventures that are being entered into na ay mga developers na nag-construct building, and natin mga partner hotel chains na may mo-operate. So very soon we will have our own Sofitel here in Cebu. It will be located at the Cebu Business Park. Daghang mga international hotel brands and chains that will be opening up soon on the second quarter of 2024, and hopefully fully operational in 2025. So slowly atong gi-lessen na ang gap sa katong shortage nato of rooms. In fact, we are integrating the inventory now. Dili ta pareha sa uban LGU nga kung dili makarenew business permit sirado. We are in fact encouraging our business establishments. When ay murag misconception na muna sa tao nga the mayor has imposed the tax hike of more than 400%. Yeah. Instead of mutabang sa mga negosyo, wala mutabang, that is a false assumption. In fact, the mayor, together with the business processing and licensing office and our office, has been very constantly working with these industry players nga kung dili magaling mo kabayad karon sa inyong mga taxes, we will slowly address these matters. In the same way, do not close, because in fact sa accreditation process nato wala nato fully enforce sama sa national government, no, the DOT strictly nga i-enforce June 100% na dapat during this period marinyo na. Gani atong gibuhat karon natin murag ingon pagtukhang or tuktukhang yo sa mga establishments nga mo ni proseso sa renewal, ma'am. Pwede naman ta mo kuha business permit na valid for 2 years. I-waive nato ang charges for the renewal kay wala man sa nag-impose sa DOT ang renewal as of this time. So the accreditation is ongoing. Kita mismo mo module sa mga establishment na magpa-renew sila sa ilang accreditation. Pero we still have the data, we still have information that we can provide to the CPDO at the Planning Development Office aron makakam up sila more innovative actions, plans for short-term, long-term, and medium-term of our developments as syudad as a whole.
Direct Jojo, very short question lang. In terms of production coverage sa Sinulog, dilita ng Cebuano, gusto mo appeal dito, labi na mga ubang katiguangan, gusto sila mo ma-appeal sila sa celebration. That's one. Number two, ang inom sa may kanang tapok-tapok sa inom, gusto lang may bawang sa mga Cebuano.
Yeah, kining inom yun, doon naman yung liquor ban kung within the kining activity area, around the area. However, there's still, we're still on the security area sa atong cluster sa security regarding this matter, and there will be further discussions regarding the liquor. Okay, na may mga kwan layura.
Production coverage.
Production for
Television and
yeah.
for radio.
Yeah, there will be given slots man katong mainstream media. And of course, ang atong PIO sa City of Cebu, nasa ni siya yung live stream broadcast. Common naman ron. MyTV, of course, plays a great role. Yeah, blow by blow sa Ningila ever since. In fact, there was a time on MyTV, we wanted to have and not really an exclusivity kay this major networks good ang ilaha is more on covering man for news items, no? MyTV was doing the blow by blow and also together with CCTN and PIO. Pero live stream broadcast naman gud ang uso kay wala na yung mga facilities like satellite news gathering equipment and naapagihapon kining mga major network for their mga news updates.
Sir Joe, before we open the floor to questions from our friends from the media, can you just give us an overview of what to expect? Kay this weekend na mag-open ang World 10 Cities or sa SRP. Unsa may mga mahitabo diha ang mga kalihukan, doon na may carnival, mga food establishments, and how long will this run? Hangtod-hangtod na gini Sinulog liwas pa gid no February?
Yes, mag-launch ni through the effort man sa gini sa atong overseer sa Sinulog sa Cebu, Philippines 2024, si Miss 𝗟𝗶𝗲𝗄𝗎. Iya nga yung baby or pet project karon, and in fact, she's still putting up all the atong mga amenities and all that will be put up sa atong Global 10 City, no? Yeah. I think the best one to let's say the best person to really more to give us the detailed plan on this is Miss 𝗟𝗶𝗲𝗄𝗎.
Hopefully we can have her on board because this
Yes.
will definitely not be the last open line about Sinulog. Magsunod-sunod na gini hata January. Okay, so I'm sure that our friends from the media are now very eager to ask their questions to our panelists. But of course, for now, let's just pause for a very short break for a few reminders from our partners.
Si Dondon? Dondon? Si Dondon?
Before mag-pastorya ako na po si Councilor Dondon na akira mo. Yeah, patok na na to.
Niabot na dahil siya.
Pagyan ko anan.
Yeah.
Oh, nakapasaka.
Oo.
Parang na yung camera lagi. Parang na yung camera.
Paunta na akong ipangutana.
Asa? Senyor Aguila?
Ano ilang istorya?
Ayaw ko katada na rin. Kung ano ka na, discuss nila.
Lagi.
Ito kayo, appear mo ito sa una, sila may nakadaog sa
Oo, sila man nagagawa.
How do we address you or him or him out for only one day they will be
Off camera man. So, ikaw na ito ron online.
Oo.
Off camera man ilang istorya.
Pwede.
Ang mayor nito, ang mayor ang mapil. Ang mayor.
Sinulog. Siya mo siya.
All right, welcome back to OpenLine News Media Forum. In a few minutes, we will also be joined by Cebu City Councilor Dondon Hontiveros, who heads the promotions cluster of Sinulog 2024. But for now, let's open and entertain a few questions from our friends from the media. Anybody would like to start? No. The mic stand is over there, and again, please introduce your name, your organization, and your question.
Hello, yun. John Kim Bote from GMA Super Radio. Sir Jo, ask ko regarding sa asa gid mag-start o kito sa mo mag-visualize ang katong asa mag-start ang contingents, asa sila mag-pwesto. Katong sa fund, asa rin napita?
Doon naman to road bitaw near the pan sa likod, katong dako nga pond. Na I road dito, anyway, I should have brought you the way out. No? Yeah, anyway, basta na ay pan sa likod, unya, mutuyok na to siya, dili na diri sa, doon ay main road, ana niya, magkarousel. Doon ay road nga, himuon nga access na ganito sa kuwan. Padung sa which is actually being constructed now. And in fact, ang katong road near the pond sa dito sa 𝗙𝗲𝗄𝗃 nga gi-avoid na to last year kay wala pa man to last Sinulog.
Kung pa likod sa SR.
Yes. Oh, kanang road diha. Oh, kuha na road gi-pave. Yeah, it's still the ongoing, but of course the target completion will be before the Sinulog 2024 will be held.
Walay kausaban na Sir Jo about sa stage, ang position.
Sa stage will be the same. Yeah. Except for the bleachers nga i-improve na to in front.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, sorry, before we entertain our next question, ato lang i-welcome to the panel si Cebu City Councilor Dondon Hontiveros. He heads the promotions cluster of Sinulog 2024. May buntag, Cons. Sige, Cons, before nato i-entertain atong next question, mga inasir mi og updates, kamusta na ato ang promotions for Sinulog sa Cebu, Philippines 2024?
May buntag sa tanan. Thank you for your patience. Pasensya na late, Sir Eric. Thank you for having me, Sir Jojo, Ma'am, Sir Neil. Well, supposedly budget hearing man, and as mentioned ni Sir Neil, mas mahin na lang si Ma'am Joy lang to dito kay mo question to different departments why they are raising this much considering nako ang ipamil sa executive department. So enough of that. So with regards to the preparations or sa promotions cluster, na namin nakaset ng schedules though, it has been or it will be continuous discussion within some of the sports event considering kibaw na tourism yun is ako, I'm in charge of promotions and sports tourism, so one of those events aside sa basketball is dragon boat and other sports will be discussed if di kin ma-conflict with the of the Sinulog and daghan man yung kayong ganahan ng mga sporting events nga ma-connect sila with Sinulog considering dako juga ini siya nga event and some sports ganahan sila ma-recognize ba and ma-buragay mahog nga ma-link with the Sinulog and hopefully a yearly event. So with that, well, we are grateful nga na marketing firm that the chairman has kanang na-contact, na-contract and I think we will be having our walkthrough this weekend, Sir Jojo, if I'm right, this 17 para makita yun nga asa ang mga areas for nindot nga marketing as well as nanagay idea or nanagay concept ang mga tao din. So more sa akong ma-share for the meantime.
May I add to Councilor's squad that there is actually, I forgot to mention also, there is a post-Sinulog which Sir Neil also mentioned, like the short film company competition, the photo, katong judging of the photo contest, and also with the video documentation. Aside from that, doon naman sa kining football sa post-Sinulog activities, football, Sinulog Cup football, and also the basketball Sinulog Cup with Dragon Boat, also the pre-Sinulog, mo itong schedule na to ang Dragon Boat also competition. Pre-Sinulog to, post-Sinulog to sports. Yeah.
Good morning. I'm Montague right now, and I'm wondering if there are any new additions or innovations in the festival's program or activities that attendees should particularly look forward to.
Well, as mentioned earlier, we have not in the many years that the Sinulog celebration has been conducted, we only celebrate it during the strip of the week already, like January until the Sinulog celebrations on the showdown. But again, this year we started it with a year-long celebration. This is already forming part of the 2024 celebrations. In fact, as highlighted earlier by Councilor, I should say Acting Vice Mayor 𝗙𝗲𝗄𝗺 and our Executive Director, Sir Jojo, that there will be pre-Sinulog activities, sporting-related activities, which is the Dragon Boat Regatta competition. And then thereafter, will also, apart from the existing, in fact, we have other sporting events like the marathon, and Cebu Marathon, part of the Sinulog celebrations. And then during the Sinulog week, there will be a list and array of activities. More likely, the innovations and the new concepts that will be provided will be an innovation or greater parang version of the existing activities we have. In terms of scale, it's more bigger, it's more, the reach is more wider. So those are the innovations that we've inserted for the Sinulog celebrations as of this year, and incorporating and inviting not only the usual Sinulog goers, but also the sport events and those coming tourists to Cebu, that we have something more new to offer than the regular Sinulog celebrations.
If you're referring to the January, we have actually patterned activities already. Aside from sometimes there are pocket concerts and everything. But the very big difference now is that Sinulog is not only done on January, it is a year-long celebration now. And in fact, as Sir Neil also mentioned, that every whole year-round celebration and every month there are already activities which is related to the Sinulog festivities also.
Hello, good morning. 𝗟𝗶𝗲 from CBS, Cebu Blogger Society. First nga pangutana kay kanang last year, this year, January this year, daghang ingon nga dili sila mo tambo kay kung init kayo, kung uwan, lapok, mautang ilang mapan. Pero kumusta after sa Sinulog, kumusta ang estimation sa ni Tambong? Mas daghan ba siya compare sa last few years na itong mga celebration? Given nga mas, actually mas dako ang lugar.
Actually, ang mga attendees, di kita maka-size up as expected kay tungod lagi sa to sa weather, no? Imagine, every day there was rain, katong issue sa venue nga lapo, which actually nahimuan dito siya og pagi. In fact, daghan man sad ang nanunga, even sa street parade, puno hapit ang dance ruta sa street parade, no? Then, ang na-attend mismo dun sa Grand Showdown, sa daghan sa ang ni tanaw sa yun. But as to the number kay mo to'y inunta Sinulog nga live kay ang katong during the pandemic virtual raman ang atong mga Sinulog. Of course, they have apprehensions ba regarding iit kayo, then katukuan. However, kining sa 2024, ato mong yun ning pangandaman nga roofing kay init, and sa contingents, di man kaayo ni sila yung makuha sa init kay they will be moving, no? Ang kinirang mananaway mo ay dako sa concern. Mo nang roofing sa mga bleachers, in fact, we're raising up the capacity. We already have bleachers kining along the route nga about 5,000 capacity to 6,000. Unya ato ning pabuton sa 10,000 kay doon naman tayo mga smaller bleachers along the route nga wala ni sa una.
Thank you, sir.
In addition to, kanina mo sir ang advice, it was advice.
If I may add to let the public understand as well the logic of what happened this year, there was a concert sa Abiliana Neil, if you remember. And yeah, and grabe yung kayo kapuno, considering the applicant na ang gate diri sa may ACT, diyan sa Jones, and even sa hospital, and even another gate was open. Grabe yung kayo stampede, padung itong stampede pa. Kibawta unsa ka mitikuloso si Mayor Mike. So there has been discussion after that concert na maglisod yun kay this will be the first time na babalik ang Sinulog na atong ibutang dito. Yes, nagkakay concerts, there were even kuhan nga gamay ray mananaw dito, but what happened, days leading to that, so ako lang i-take opportunity, Sir Eric, the people who work na mga matrabaho dito, the engineering department, yes, na issue about lapok, at ang ilang na-picturean mo nga lapok is dili gid gamiton nga portion.
Exactly.
If makita lang gid mo ba, if moadto gyud ka dito sa site, because we were there, kami ni Councilor 𝗙𝗲𝗄𝗏, the chairman along with Engineer Dakay, we were there up to 2-3 a.m. I-check na mo kung okay na, and makibaw na lang may na mas ma-highlight ang area nga dili gamiton ba. But what happened, milagro juga ito. And at the end, no, first time ko na ito dito sa kaning simbahan sa Banilan, no? Nag-donate ko itlog, di ba, sa mga Madrid. Na tinuod yun, wag yun ito, giuwan. Inana ba? Yeah, so makaingon juga ba, milagro juga ito. And ang turnout, I think, kay kung ato to sa the usual route na to, and right, what happened sa concert, dili tingali makaalsa sa iyang, di tingali kung ikaw amahan, ganang ka mo tanaw ka sa Sinulog, parade, di ka makabitbit sa imong anak ba? Imo rating, hindi mo makuptan ba? Pero dito sa SRP, hawan kayo, and highlight sa ang development sa SRP, so makaingon ta milagro gitong nitabo dito. So it just shows that the faith of the people na nag-organize ato na we were being tested, nakita gina mo grabe gyud itong milagro ba, if I may say that. So makita mo gyud nga daghan kay when you kana compare ang gidaghanan, of course di ta makasulti ana, but grabe kay ito ang traffic gyud. And na I think nakabaw naman ta sa atong mga kakuwakan and the things to improve on, which makaingon jud ko nga at least aware na ta of what has to be improved on. So I don't know if I answer your question, but I hope na sometimes sa mga tao ba nga naay logic behind why ato ta dito sa SRP. So more to name, ikaw sa name.
Yeah, I'd just like to highlight that because of the growing number, during Mayor Mike Rama's term, when he started the organization of Sinulog way back 2001, the spectators were about 100,000 people. Now it's grown to exponential numbers, about 6 million and so forth. If we add that up, the normal carousel route of the Sinulog has already exceeded far and beyond its maximum carrying capacity. More so, the Abiliana Sports Complex. It is no longer conducive. If you look at it in hindsight, yes, pinahimutang ang tao na makalingkod, ang tao na makasulod. But how about the rest of the Cebuanos who would wish to take part? Kaya diba, not many people know when you can control the number of people entering the venue. But when the contingent comes in, for example, contingent number 1 comes in, can you really assure that contingent, when that contingent ends its performance, out niya, ang 100 kabuk pa-out sa 100? No. I can assure you that by experience. Na ginay mabilin, kaya mutanaw po sila sa next nga perform. And if you could imagine having, say for example, at least 30 contingents na magsunod-sunod ngayong ana, we are already parang fostering a disaster that is bound to happen. And so that we trusted the wisdom of the mayor and supported his vision na to have it in the open space of SRT. Karing lang, we were tested, as I mentioned ni Vice Mayor Hontiveros, we were tested good, with the weather, and of course, kinibang the political and media optics that were present during that time also. Nalisod man good to pag-appreciate kay of course everyone was called down, and who would not want to have a news with highlighting that the governor and the mayor has a conflict. But believe you me, I was there, I was a witness of it. The mayor never had anything bad to say against the governor. I believe in the same manner, the governor also didn't have anything against the mayor. Her welfare, her thought was just for the welfare of her constituencies that were participating. It just so sadly happened that their aspirations or their conditions did not meet that time. But in general, the staging of the Sinulog 2023 was a resounding success. Apart from the miracles that was proclaimed, ako personally, buntag pa lang, pag mata na ako, alas 5 pwedeng nag-uma, but the whole duration, naglagitik ang kainit. In fact, we were the ones who prepared the tents for the guests, no? We had to put up aircon tents just to make sure that we'll balance out the heat outside and then also to give comfort to our guests. It's the same thing that will happen this year, no? Because it's an open space. Like any and all other festivals around the country and around the world, muinit yun o mubugnaw yun. Nga naman, it's unpredictable. O pwede lang nato nga matag-an nato, mamuinit, nga ni kainit, o mubugnaw or muuwan nga ni kabugnaw, di nato na mabuhat because climate change is real. And we have to adapt to that. So the best thing yun nato, you have a choice. Either you just stay at home and watch it because it's broadcasted, especially in MyTV. You can enjoy the comforts of enjoying the festivities. But if you really want to be immersed in the culture and experience the heat with the beating of the drums, come and join us in Sinulog 2024, Sinulog Philippines, Sinulog Cebu, Philippines, and we hope that, because it's not just about the merriment or the comfort. Sometimes when you watch, it's also sacrifice. No? So, you can't have everything. So, again, if you wish to enjoy it, taghan mo ta activities. No? You spread out na nato na yun. Sunod-sunod na, once we do the opening salvo, everyday na activity, pili lang ka. Kung di ka ganahan madawat yung skin, kay grabe na yung mga kipanginom nga tambal, join the nightly activities. We have Latin Fuente, we have Latin Plaza Independencia. The whole Cebu is celebrating during that period. So let's put a rest to the case of the Lapo and the Hin and whatever happened after that.
If may I add also, let's just put it in focus that the emphasis on the Sinulog festivities is not just a Mardi Gras. This is a veneration and a celebration of the feast of our icon, Senior Santo Niño. That's why most of those who attend, it's not only for entertainment or merrymaking, but also a devotion and veneration to the Senior Santo Niño.
Okay, thank you, sir. In related diha, napit. Well, kaibaw na siguro tanan ang issue karon ni Senior Aguilar. No, yung grupo nga nakadaog this year. Okay, ang panguta dito mismo. Pangutanan ako na batay murag na may buhaton ang foundation yung background sa mga mo appeal sa ilang mga fan or murag qualification inana sa mga ma-open. Lastly, kumusta ang how open ang festival?
Medyo layo-layo man no? He who has no sin cast the first stone. When we say of welcoming guests and contingents, there are certain guidelines and qualifications that are set forth by the executive committee of the Foundation for Sinulog. there are minimum requirements that are to be met. We don't go as far as checking on backgrounds, whether you have pending cases or whatever, because then again, it will defeat the purpose of the Sinulog celebrations. But you don't expect someone to go to church that they go to church walking sa sala. That's the reason why probably they are very highly devoted to Sir Santo Niño, because they know what are their shortcomings. So the participation of the Sinulog festivities is an homage to the Senior Santo Niño in the expression of dance. So, if the question, are we condemning or are we condoning these acts? I don't believe the mayor has expressed that if there is something that is to be criminally resolved, it will be resolved by court. But insofar as to the devotion and expression of devotion, by this contingent to the Senior Santo Niño, we cannot stop them. So, again, let us not forget that the main cause of this celebration is in homage to Sir Santo Niño, and we are just putting the artistic side to it, and that we must really is not, can never be questioned by very open. The foundation, in fact, has reached out and asked me to reach out to the local government units that were known to be very well participative and are expected to come up with a very nice production. And we are 100% on board, having them reach out to these LGUs and hopefully start make their local government chief executives understand, okay, most of these highly coveted performances have new LGU leaders, pag-og ka ng local chief executives. For example, the very well-known Tamgub Sinanduloy Cultural Dance Troupe. They have a new mayor. So these are things that we are slowly looking into. We also don't want to offend the previous persons or patrons running the cultural dance troupe, but we also want to make sure na the performances kay homage lagi siya sa Senior Santo Niño, na mapadayon niya po nila ilang cultural performance. May not be as a competing participant, maybe a guest participant, or a segment performance that they will be doing. At least, na ato dili ma-strengthen na to ang tradition, culture, and heritage. Nagipasa-pasa, gikan pas kani ato hangtod karon in terms of praising the Senior Santo Niño through the Sinulog festivities.
May I add, actually, they won a festival in Surigao, which is the Bunong Festival. So that's one thing that we, of course, with an open sky and open heart policy, that they wanted to join. As Sir Neil said, there is actually a guideline set for the contingents, and it was actually followed. But regarding the background check and everything, I don't think it is also of concern to the Sinulog. Of course, if they are maligned with any problem, then karon naman na bigawas sa media as to their inunta concerns, especially from inunta in terms of following laws and regulations. So, anak man yun sa kuan. Yeah. Matong gingon ni Sir Neil nga face value, you cannot discriminate between unsa ni nga grupo. However, kaniron kay butong man gyud sa media ilang mga anomalies or whatever, we don't have to justice, although doon na mga kuan ng government actions. So let's leave it up to there.
Thank you.
Partner, singit lang ko. Kaya niyara po si Acting Vice Mayor Dondon Hontiveros, and then napatay kaning confirmation kung musayo si Governor Gwen sa Sinulog or si Mayor Mike Rama or si Mamalu sa sa Sinulog. Can anyone answer that so that we have something to look forward also additionally?
Well, of course, last year si Mamalu already participated, and she made a wonderful performance in dancing together with the Cebu City government as contingent. And of course, kining about Governor Gwen, wala pa tama inuntaan ng advice, but in every sinulog na ang gina siya, except katong.
How about request for Acting Vice Mayor Dondon Hontiveros pumapil po sa Sinulog Busayaw? Kuya ko bang mga konsehal ka?
Actually, the department heads of the Cebu City government joined actually during the one, and also the employees.
To add, Sad, we would just like to point it out, no, most especially to our friends from the media, that there is no rift against the mayor and the governor. Let's put it to an end. In fact, right after the Sinulog celebrations, when we had the 50th anniversary of Sinulog sa Carmen, the mayor readily signed the requests coming from the office of the governor to support in form of bleachers, portalets, and whatever. And in fact, we sent out our contingents to participate in Sinulog sa Carmen as well. So there is no, wala yun na nag-exist. And I think, again, no, although again, you mentioned ni Sir Jojo na wala may confirmation from our beloved governor, siguro, open naman gina invitation yun niya, and she's very much, I believe, with Mayor Mike, she's very much welcome to join and participate sa Sinulog celebrations. But then again, ang iyang pagsayaw sa Sinulog, di na siguro apila ng politika. So, bisan pag pandemic, di ba, sayang na virtually dito sa una. So, that performance, she was Congresswoman, she prayed in silence. But now that she's back, I think, who knows, there might be a joint performance by the governor and the mayor. Or if so, the vice president is invited, the president is invited, they will have another performance. Who knows? Only time can tell, and maybe Sir Santorini will guide us through that.
Good morning, I'm Mary from MyTV Cebu. So regarding po sa contingents, may I inquire about the number of contingents currently registered for Sinulog Festival, and also ang ilang categories kung asa sila.
Registration starts on December 1 pa man. So atong ginato ma-confirm kung pila na yun ang officially ang mo join. But as of now, puro pa man yung mga inunta intent nga they will join.
So murag na ba tayo mga ma-estimated na overall na contingent?
Usahay good kinigong mga contingents na yung mga last minute, no? Tungod siguro sa preparation and everything. But also, of course, naghan pa sila mga inquiries regarding assistance. But however, kining 15 are just katong shoot inunta, doon na nag-signify yun sila kung klaro na intent to join. And there are others na naghan mga inquiries regarding a lot of mga logistics and everything. So we are working on it as of now. In progress na siya.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, Sir Neil, Sir Jojo. Hello. So, I remember during Pasigarbo, pag performance taga contingent, naghatag letter of invitation to towns. Are we expecting katong mga appeal to sila? And kato pong mga crowd favorite nga mga outside Cebu nga contingents like Masbate, are we seeing them this year? Balik.
Doon na tayo mga outside Cebu, no, nila sa convention kay officially wa pa magini sila ma-registered. Kato sa nanghatag-tag mga doon na sa mga nag-signify ato nila. We can never yun nga siguro or dili unless they really registered. But as of now, mo kita kong ingon nga doon na 15, no? And of course, sa city and sa barangay sa mismo, especially sa atong kabataan, na nasa mga inunta ga prepare na. And there are actually contingents already preparing.
To add, kaya I also sit as president of all tourism officers in the entire province. No? There has been multiple local chief executives who are inquiring and asking, but we will consolidate this with the tourism office and that of the Sinulog Foundation on the sending of invites. But they are very much willing. Kay, you know, timing yung kain ng Pasigarbo sa Cebu, kay it's done on mid of the year. So ang ilang mga props, costumes, and moreover, so ilagin ang ma-tweak down, nga magamit sa ito nila for Sinulog. In the same manner, malasan ang ilang expenditures. No? So staging a contingent is not an easy feat. Gasto, pagkaon, logistics, tanan-tanan. And rehearsals, grabe kayo. So nakatabang yun ang Pasigarbo. So murag naatay makita na mga awaited na mga Pasigarbo winners. They express og intent to perform and to join the competition also for Sinulog.
Sir, kining balik ta sa venue ganit kay Mark. Mo gini siya concern sa people ba? Is Sinulog will stay against SRP kay Mark? If we're going to consider ang BRT ba, Mark, affected po ang if pabilihan na?
Yes, the former Jones Avenues, ito affected man yun na. But of course, ang katong trade fair siguro, lahi na. In fact, ang sa procession o sa mga walk with Mary, walk with Jesus, on a separate route na sad siya.
So for a longer time sa SRP,
in the foreseeable future, yes.
SRP man yun siya. In fact, we're doing more plans nga, let's say, put up a cultural building diha sa SRP. Doon na yung mga giplano po ani. Yeah, especially kining Sinulog nga karon ang stage last year will also be used now. Buhatan lang mga improvement so da ka na agianan sa mga props and contingents.
To add, not only Cebu is changing venues. No, not only Cebu City. Province gani has pindan in 𝗙𝗲𝗄𝗺 and also in Dumanho. Iloilo has also changed venue. Bacolod has also changed venue. So it's a trend. And we were the ones who started the trend.
Yeah, so, yeah. They congest.
Thank you, JP.
Good morning, I'm Nini Oliverio from Cebu Daily News. My question is to any of the panelists. With regards sa street parties bitausers, kay unsa itong kuanani i-allow ba nato ang street parties next year? Or any preparations about this?
Actually, security, and especially headed by Councilor Zafra, we will be having more detailed discussion also in this matter. Okay, these are like atong mga naitabo sa unang bubut kay ng street parties. Of course, di kayan din na siya. So, appeal ana ang plan and with the input sa atong mga Central Command and the police, and of course even the King's military will also be joining. Actually, initially nag-meet naman ang sa kining social welfare clusters, and si Councilor Zafra already, in fact, they are going with us a walkthrough, and kining mga areas nga critical for the street parties ato sa gining i-consider, no, kaning especially ning delikado ba for mga katong gubot sa una sa mga street parties area.
In addition, no, ang mayor kontra ng lingaw-lingaw, ang police KJ yung kaayo, ang gitanaw rin nato yung kaayuhan, because we cannot afford to have an incident that will bring and destroy all of the efforts whole year round to highlight Sinulog and Senior Santo Niño to begin with. So, if it is conducive, if it merits the parameters that are required for the sound and safe staging of that street parties, why not? Some people will say, gibuhat ba na dito, gibuhat na diri sa Brazil, sa itong lugar. Let us also assess the current intel and security concerns within our region. At the same manner, ato sa gitanaw ang musilitabo karon sa nanto sa Middle East, kanang atong mga kasilingan ng mga nasod sa Palestine, sa Jordan, sa Israel, kanang ato nang appeal na siya sa mga assessments na gina-consider, and ang atong local sa diri nga concern. So for us to ask, dili siya foreseeably within all considerations and factors being met. If pwede siya, why not? But then again, dili na ingon nga decision na sa mayor or decision na sa kapulisan nga dili ba street party para lang muna focus sila anak, no? Because this is a part of enjoying the whole celebration, so all matters are to be considered.
And makonnected ang SR SRP and shared responsibility, please. Diba? May
Yes.
ganahan kita mag-enjoy, but naagid tayo shared responsibility. Katangan lang please para ma-SRP ito.
Hello po, good morning, sir. This can be answered by anyone po. Jesse po from PTV. Just to clarify lang po with regards to contingents or groups joining po the Sinulog parade with the Mardi Gras. In a statement by Mayor Rama last September 29, dito po dun sa issue po ng 𝗡𝗲𝗄𝗀. If the ending comes out not favorable to the group, which I think is leading to that direction, we will look at declaring them not anymore worthy to be part of the Sinulog, because Sinulog is venerating to Santo Niño, but we cannot also be popest than the Pope. That was said by Mayor Rama last September 29, and recently po may developments po na inaresto na po ng NBI para makapag-file up ng patong-patong na kaso sa leader and also to the 12 members po of the group. May possibility po ba, sir, or to the organizers po na baka pwede po pong magbago yung na makapag-join pa ang organization po sa upcoming na Sinulog 2024?
Well, the mayor already made his stand as to what will be the outcome, and the outcome is already there. So how could we? This is actually in terms of the moral, sabihin na natin, moral turpitude. Dili na yun sila qualified to join because this is a moderation, and many things have come out during the Senate investigation, diba? So more or less, in a way, dili yun na to mga magbago or whatever. We cannot really allow that to happen. Ngayon, ani di ay ni ilang grupo, iyan ato gyapon paapilon.
In addition, this is a speculative question, good. But if you, as I mentioned in the onset, staging a contingent to perform in the Sinulog celebrations will entail so much resources, logistics, and so forth. And with this present state now of this organization, respectfully, based on our personal conservative assessment, it will be very hard for them if gusto yun sila participate. Why? Because the local government units are already acting in against them and so on and so forth. So, medyo listen on their part. Tanaw na po no, sa ilaha. So, mahogin lang na bisan pag gusto ko nila, isa ka-appeal kay other constraints might, other factors might constrain them from joining.
Again, just one. This is not a Mardi Gras. This is a grand parade venerating the holy image of Santo Niño. Thank you.
Regarding lang sa mga taga-probinsya na mo sa Cebu, nakalimut ko sa term katong nasa Plaza Independencia na to provide
Devotee City.
Devotee City, yeah.
And the second question is, how can we address the issue katong sa reblocking katong mga issue sa Talisay na dunay magniuwan regarding sa reblocking sa mga contingents?
Blocking, scheduling.
Okay.
Can I put an end to this also? Talisay, ako na i-mention yun. Talisay went on blocking not on their schedule. We would like to put that to rest. They performed without, they did not perform, they did not do their blocking during schedule. The LCE, the local chief executive, has our number. The choreographer has our number. The tourism officer has our number. No one called that they will do a blocking. Hence that happened. Had they properly coordinated that they insist to perform on a very inclement weather, the bagyo gid sila mo blocking, we could have advised against that. But they did not. They pursued. I will not speculate that there were intentions because I believe wala magigusto pa nga ilang kahimtang. But my point being is that it was parang an unfortunate misfortune na nasakyan sa media ang naitabuhog ng gawas ng mga pictures during that time of their blocking. But they were not supposed to do the blocking during that time. And as I mentioned ni Sir Jojo, ipanimuhaan din na ni Engineer Dakay, an internationally renowned and multi-awarded engineer In the same manner, SRP manager, si Sir 𝗙𝗲𝗲 are doing all its best. The whole membership of the Sinulog Foundation, that including the EXECOM, overseen by Ms. Sinbeth together with Sir Jojo, has in full throttle moved towards the direction of making sure that the mistakes of the past do not happen today. And I'm sure with Mayor Rama on the helm, he will not allow that to happen again also. So all these things ato na gitanaw, ato na well, birth pains ingon pa. No, when we come up with new plans and activities na amang yun ay mga dili mo as much as you would like to see everything na dili calculate, no. So those are the things that we're learning from, and hopefully this year magtinabangay sa yun, no, especially our friends from the media, nga we be responsible of how we project a certain image without properly knowing the different sides on how these things happen. But again, the issue in terms of the blocking, there is a committee that specifies murang yun yung trabaho, ang schedule niya, ang blocking lang yun. And so it's being overseen now. And Chapatoy, like a question, but first, yeah, the devotee city will still be around, no? Yeah. Because this is also kind of to give chance to our candle vendors, no? Sila kapuyan, panahon nga gusto sa sila maninda, utambong sila sa nobinaryo sa ano. So that will be in place. In fact, there is a committee that is specially overseeing that specific function.
Regarding blockings, do na gini scheduling, and it will be scheduled. If you are scheduled on that time, that's the time. If, let's say, like, do naman ito yung mga repairs or enhancement of the stage, mauna usahay nga, di po tangag schedule, kay there will be inunta, ayuhon, anak niya, kung pugos yung rehearsal nito, nga dili mo schedule, what happens, di ba? It will be chaotic. Thank you.
Good morning, Queen of MyTV. My question would be, with the additional bleachers coming up, pila ang total capacity na dyan sa venue for next year?
Ang sa venue yun, we're targeting, actually, ang nasa plan is about 6,000. Ang sa mismo sa Grand Showdown area with the stage, no? Ang sa the whole area, doon na tayo mga more or less another 10,000 capacity sa mga bleachers along that parade route on a target po. Although na more than 6,000. Okay, and every doon naman yung gihimo nga gidesign si Engineer Dakay nga bleacher nga mo capacity po mga 25 persons.
Okay. Regarding sa budget, sir, do we have the final amount kung pila to ang budget for?
We're still deliberating on the budget. Doon na pa yung mga adjustments actually. So more or less naman ta sa figure nga mga about 60 to 70 million, no? Mao na yung mga average good. In fact, with the rate of inflation that's going on, nagini mga adjustment. But wa pa gini sila ng final, because there are even activities nga we are considering also nga doon naman sila yung mga budget.
Last question from me na, sir. Do we already have the assurance that there will be one Sinulog celebration for 2024?
May I have the question again?
Do we already have the assurance that there will be only one Sinulog celebration for 2024?
May I answer that question? Sinulog cannot be claimed by any LG. It just so happened bigger, grander celebration of the Sinulog festivities was hosted by the city government of Cebu. If and when the desire of any other local government unit or any other organization to stage their own Sinulog, they can do so. Pero again, insofar as Sinulog sa Cebu, I understand that, I get where the logic of the question comes from, but what happened before had already happened, and we need to move on now, and we look forward to a bigger, grander Sinulog Festival of Sinulog sa Cebu, Sinulog sa Cebu, Philippines 2024.
Actually, fiesta celebration man yun, and Sinulog always more ritual man sa mga celebration, especially on the fiesta of Señor Santo Niño. Ang sa gani kini sa Iloilo, di ba? In fact, they call it dinagyang. But actually, veneration na sa nila sa Senior Santo Niño. Di ba, Sir Neil?
Yeah.
So, it's not more or less na official ang kung ano pwede maghimo sinulog. Okay? Depende man sa fiesta celebration, and it has been tradition nga ang celebration sa fiesta ni Senior Santo Niño, dunay sinulog. In fact, in Mabolo before, gamay raman to nga group until sa 1980s, dun naghimo na gyud big celebration with the Ministry of Youth and Sports Development o ang City Government of Cebu during the time of Mayor Solon. Then, who made this big? Si Mayor Mike Rama. Okay.
Hi again. So despite the controversy of last year's festival location, what do you think next year's similar festival location says to the public? Feel that their concerns and their voices may be disregarded by the government?
It will never be disregarded. And in fact, as I have told you, plan for the improvement and a better facility and a better location is being worked upon as of this point in time. Work on progress.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, your friends from the media, for the very engaging questions. Daghang salamat. I believe wala tayong oras, so we would now like to give our panelists the opportunity to give their parting statements for all of our viewers. Ato unahon si Dondon this time.
Again, thank you, Sir Eric. Thank you, ma'am, for this opportunity. And rest assured, kami sa Exicom sa promotion cluster do our best. Really, nga ma-highlight yun siya na event and something you will be proud of as well. Thank you again.
Okay, so this, as I said, I mean, according to Sir Dondon, that we're trying our very best and working it out hard that our Sinulog, and of course, this is supposed to be another grandier Sinulog than the previous. This is Sinulog sa Cebu, Philippines, dili lang ni Sinulog sa Cebu. And at the same time, festival is what we aim for the Sinulog sa Cebu 2024. So rest assured, in terms of facilities, in terms of the venue, the foundation, the city government of Cebu, especially with the effort of the mayor, nga ma-improve yun itanan, trying to overcome what has been the concerns of the previous Sinulog that happened. Thank you. And we invite, of course, to those who want to witness, you are all invited to be with us sa Sinulog 2020. Yeah.
Thank you, Sir John. And finally, Sir Neil.
Yes, first things first, I would like to thank OpenLine for inviting us here, to Ms. Andy and to General Eric for having us. Tagang kayong salamat for granting us the opportunity to address questions and share the updates in regards to tourism and also of Sinulog. Again, i-mention naman ni Vice Mayor Dondon and ni Executive Director Sir Jojo ang tanan ng mga may kalabot o kalambigitan sa Sinulog celebration. Ako lang pahinumdum sa katawhan nga kining maong kasaulugan ni natong kalimtan nga para ni sa kaymayan magpasinungog sa atong palaangbat. The officials and their respective committees, the whole celebration, let us not dwell in the shortcomings of the past, but be optimistic and looking forward for making this 2024 Sinulog sa Cebu, Philippines a better, more bolder, and brighter experience for everyone. So, mabuhay kitang tanan mga Cebuanon o mga Pilipino. Again, on behalf of the Cebu City Tourism Office, I want to invite you all to join us in the festivities, not only for Sinulog, but for the whole year-long celebrations for Sinulog 2024. Daghang salamat ug maayong adlaw.
Daghang salamat atong hatag ang atong mga panelists karong buntaga. Thank you so much for all the valuable insights that you've shared with us and our online viewers. Sinulog sa Cebu, Philippines 2024. And as mentioned, this will definitely not be the last. You will be hearing more updates to come, and of course also expect ato ang go-by-go coverage sa Sinulog 2024 sa MyTV Cebu. Of course, kauban sa itong mga partners sa media din sa Cebu. Daghan kayong salamat to Waterfront Cebu City Hotel and Casino, ang ato ang venue partner karong buntaga. And of course, OpenLine is presented by IPI, International Pharmaceuticals Incorporated, the makers of 𝗙𝗲𝗄𝗀 Silver Soap and Viter Ointment, pimples 2 steps lang with 𝗙𝗲𝗄𝗀 Silver Soap and Viter Ointment, Dr. Wong's Lightening Soap, lipat na walang hapdi at may germ protection. Wong's Lightening Soap, Casino Active, dapat cool ang alcohol nyo. Mag-Casino Active kills 99.9% of germs while giving you an alcohol-fresh feeling because of its fresh scent and cooling sensation. And Viter Germicidal Soap, ang sabuan ng Bioderm sa germ protection, Bioderm buong araw, Bioderm sa coolness pa. Kaya dito ka na sa Bioderm, always Bioderm there for you. Ulat ng visioning float sa IPI, no? Matag Sinulog, tanaw na to, sa grande ang ilang float sa nagtuig. Daghan kaayong salamat to our friends from the media and our online viewers. Thank you so much, Sir Eric. This has been Andrea Patania Matthew.
Eric Espina.
And we'll see you all next Tuesday. Maayong buntag ug daghang salamat.